my god, this team is absolutely pathetic. This team is so pathetic right now. It's not even funny. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed since coming out of the All-Star break. This is still the same Phillies team that we all know, love, and slash hate. Majority of the time. The Phillies lose this ball game 4-3. Juan Soto hits a go-ahead home run in the top of the ninth inning. This is possibly the game that just ruins our season. This is the game that we probably the season's over at this point, because this is what it feels like right now. Because you know what this game reminds me of? Last year, honestly, against the Washington Nationals, when we played in Washington, when Sir Anthony Dominguez was on the mound when we had to leave in the bottom of the ninth inning, and Ryan Zimmerman hits a walk-off home run. This is what this game reminds me of. This is a game that could possibly ruin your season, and this is probably going to ruin the season at this point, because we had a ton of other games that probably ruined the season, so why not add this to the list of games? There was a couple plays that came back to haunt us. There was, I would say not a couple, I would say one play early in this ball game where we could have got an extra run that probably came back later to haunt us when Juan Soto hit that go-ahead home run. And I'll explain that later. So, you ruin a good outing by Aaron Nola. It's not a gem, it's a good outing. He throws a lot of pitches, but he goes 6 innings, he has 5 hits, 1 earned run, strikes out 9. Yes, he walks 4, but he strikes out 9. He gives you a good quality outing to give your team a chance to win the ball game. And when he comes out of this ball game, it's 3-1 Phillies. So you think, okay, all the bullpen has to do is shut it down, and that's a tough task to handle apparently for the bullpen this season, because our bullpen has been absolute trash. Well, Tommy Hunter comes in. He's been really good since coming off of the disabled list. And Adam Morgan, Hector Neris, they shit the bed. They blow this ball game for the Phillies. And yeah, could the offense done more? Yes, the offense definitely could have done more. But they scored because Patrick Corbin was also pitching a really good game. He goes 6 innings, allows 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 10 strikeouts. So Patrick Corbin was also pitching good. But then you also got to handle the Washington Nationals bullpen has been a lot better since the beginning of the season. Ever since the Nationals have gone on this amazing stretch since the end of May, the Nationals bullpen has been a lot better. It's still not really that good, but it's been a lot better than worst in the MLB. Their bullpen's still suspect, but it's gotten a lot better. And they shut the door down when Patrick Corbin came out of this ballgame. Patrick Corbin allowed the 3 runs, the bullpen came and shut the rest of the door. And that's what our bullpen didn't do. After Aaron Nola comes in and pitches a good game, our bullpen doesn't do that job and shuts the door down. And yeah, I come back to saying, yes, the offense probably could have done more. But when you have Patrick Corbin out there striking out 10 batters, it's going to be a tough offensive night, scoring the chances that you got, and we did. But so early in this ball game, in the bottom of the second inning, Rhys Hoskins gets on with a double. Then Cesar drives him in with a double. But then we have Michael Franco at the plate with Cesar at second. It's 1-0 at this point. Cesar tries to steal third base and gets gunned out. And what does Michael Franco do in the next few pitches? He hits a bomb into the left field stands, which makes it 2-0 instead of 3-0. Yeah, there's no guarantee that if Cesar was still on second, that home run would have happened, but why take that risk? And you would have got more runs out of that. I don't want to go back to the what ifs. What if Cesar was still in second? Would Franco still hit that home run? Who knows, but you blew a chance to make it a 3-0 ball game at that point, and right now you're stuck at 2-0. And also, I want a really good defensive play in the top of the second inning. Robles gets a double into the right field gap. Bryce Harper fields the ball nicely. I think Robles probably should have got the third base, but I think he was looking at the ball way too much out in right field. But then Bryce Harper gets the ball, and he absolutely guns it to Michael Franco at third base to get Robles out. So that was an outstanding play by Bryce Harper. But back to the game at hand. Well, back to the rest of the game at hand. And then in the bottom of the fourth inning, Michael Franco, he gets a sac fly to make it 3-0 Phillies. But then in the fifth inning, Adam Eaton, he hits a fly ball to center field. It looks like it's going to go into the gap. Roman Quinn comes absolutely sprinting through center field and makes an outstanding diving catch to save the inning for the Phillies and not allow a run in that inning at that point. And the Nationals in the sixth inning, they do get a run on Victor Robles. He's been a little bit hot in this series. He's been driving in runs, getting base hits. He's been a little dangerous this series, so he gets another run drive in there. And in the top of the eighth, Robles hits it to Franco. Franco misplays the ball. He gets an error on there, and he gets Robles to first base. But there was 2 men on at that point because we had Juan Soto and Ryan Zimmerman on base. So on that fielding error, Juan Soto is able to score, and Robles gets to first base, and there's no outs on that play. And mind you, there was 2 outs in the inning at that point with Adam Morgan on the mound. So we had to take Adam Morgan out after that run is allowed, and we bring in Hector Neris to get the 4-out save because it's 3-2 at that point. And then he gets himself into a bases-loaded jam, but he manages to get Kurt Suzuki out to get out of the inning. But we were not managed to score in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 8th. We get the first 2 players out. We get Trey Turner, and we get Adam Eaton out. Anthony Rendon, he gets a single up the middle. Okay. 1 man on, 2 out. Juan Soto at the plate for the Nationals. Hector Neris, first pitch, hanging splitter right down the middle, and Juan Soto crushes it into the left field bleachers. 4-3 ball game at that point. 4-3 ball game. And guess what? We have the bottom of the order of the lineup in the 9th inning against Sean Doolittle once again. Like last night. Cesar Hernandez pops up. Michael Franco gets a single, and then we bring in Adam Hazley, who we just called right back up to pinch run for Michael Franco. Then we get Roman Quinn, grabs at the second base, almost a double play. Get out Hazley at first, but then the first baseman drops the ball. Howie Kendrick, he drops the ball at first base. It looked like he was out at first, but then on the replay you can see that the ball is trickling out of the glove of Howie Kendrick, and Roman Quinn remains safe on first base. So, out of all the players to bring in an important situation to drive in a run, out of all the players on the bench, I know we used Jay Bruce earlier in the ballgame to pinch hit for Tommy Hunter. I know that. But, out of all the players in a big situation, and I feel like we use this guy way too much in big situations, we bring in Andrew Knapp. Andrew Knapp with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. To try and tie the ball game? Or at least try to get on base? Why are you relying on Andrew Knapp? I get it, he's a left Sean Doolittle on the mound. You got Brad Miller, I know it's probably you're going with the matchup because Andrew Knapp is a switch hitter, but I would have taken a better chance with Brad Miller at the plate. He's been a better pinch hitter for us. Why are we bringing in Andrew Knapp in a big situation like this? And yeah, credit to Andrew Knapp. He did work the count a lot. He got at least to an 8 to 10 pitch at bat. But what does he do? He flies out to center field. And that's your ball game. What is the decision making right there? They're bringing Andrew Knapp to possibly try to tie the ball game. Well, I know at that point, and maybe I don't care at this point. Why are you bringing in Andrew Knapp in general? Andrew Knapp sucks. He is trash. It's just a whole nother level of pathetic at this point because I love the fact that Nola went out there and gave you a chance to win, but it doesn't matter at this point because you blew the ball game. Yeah, the offense could have done better, but they scored when they had their chances. Yeah, could they have scored probably on more opportunities? But it's also funny. When Franco hits the home run, when Cesar got thrown out at second, at third base actually, it was a 3-0 ball game. It was 3-2 in the top of the 9th. Juan Soto makes it 4-3. Just imagine if it was a 4-2 ball game at that point. We would have been tied going into the bottom of the 9th inning. And I know I hate using the what-ifs because that probably would have happened. I hate using what-ifs because I don't like judging based off of that because it probably could have happened if Cesar just didn't. But I'm not going to judge the entire game based on that because our bullpen blew the shit the bed, actually. Bullpen is absolute trash. And Hector Neris hasn't been great of late either, even though he is our best guy out of the bullpen. But I'm starting to go to, since Tommy Hunter came off of the IL, he's been our best reliever out of the bullpen. He hasn't allowed a run yet. But knowing as soon as I say this, Tommy Hunter's going to allow like 5 runs his next outing. That's just how it goes. This bullpen is absolute trash. And granted, in fact, we're on Fox tonight. We're on national television. I really only like Fox when Joe Buck's announcing. And I used to hate Joe Buck, but I've gained more respect for Joe Buck. I didn't like these announcers at all. I know the guy announcing for Fox, he always sometimes does the NBC Sports Network hockey games. He's a decent announcer, but he's not the best option you can use. But just off the fact that the announcers, this game was oh my god, the Phillies pissed me off so much. This team pisses me off so much, and this is a kind of loss that ruins the season because you had the lead in the top of the ninth inning with 2 outs, and you lost the ball game. You can't make this up. You just cannot make this up. And it's funny. My cousin gave me tickets to go to tomorrow's ball game with Jake Arrieta on the mound. Jake Arrieta with a bone spur. That's gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun at all. Actually, I'm gonna be pissed the entire night. Oh my god, I'm gonna be pissed throughout this entire night, and hopefully Jake Arrieta doesn't give me a reason to get pissed even more. Oh my goodness, this game's absolute trash. Absolute trash. This is a kind of loss, like I said, that ruins the season. I know I might be overreacting a bit, but this is what this kind of loss does to you. This is what this kind of loss does to a fan base. You overreact, and this loss stings. It stings a lot because this ball game was winnable. You had the lead with 2 outs in the ninth inning, and you blow the ball game. You can't make it up at this point. You can't. So, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, boys. I'll see you in the next video.